Yo, what's good guys, I'm on fire here back from the video, and today we're going to be hopping into another Madden 23 video. Today we're going back to the practice mode, and we're going to be going over a formation that I have not talked about this year, going to be the single back tight Y off. Now this formation is going to come to you out of the LA Rams offensive playbook. Now it is in a lot of different playbooks as well, so it's in the like 14 or 15. I'm not going to list them all, but it is in a good variety. I think it's in Saints, I want to say, as far as the popular ones, maybe some other ones like Raiders. But I'm in Rams. I think it is the best one. Now, taking a look at what we have, some of the plays I like running, there's a couple of decent runs. Stretch is going to be your big banger, but you can obviously audible to some other good formations to run the football in if need be, like a double south, which this formation actually has some really good plays as well. But stretch is basically what we like. Now, and the big passing plays that I'm a fan of, I'm going to move up our PA post dig on the left, PA boot slide on the right, and then PA Rams leak on the right as well. So those are, of course, going to be in our audibles. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Now, before we get into the video, make sure you guys drop a big thumbs up on this video. If you guys want more, let me know what you want to see. As we get closer to the draft and my school ends, I'm planning on bringing you guys actually a lot of franchise over this summer because those videos make more sense. The gameplay is kind of stale, so that new content, new players, more franchise type challenges will be fun, and it'll build some momentum for some stuff I want to do in Madden 24 as well. So let me know what else you want to see gameplay wise, and make sure you are subscribed to the channel if you are not. So hopping into it, what we have here is going to be just a little man coverage look. Man coverage is going to be what you see most of the time. And we're going to start out with this PA Rams leak. Now, the big routes that are going to be good in this is going to be Mike Williams if you are able to take advantage of that. Now, we have some other stuff as well. If it is zone, you can actually stretch out the zone really well by throwing a little streak on Joshua Palmer, or you can throw Gerald Everett in a streak here and go with a little slant. So this is just a basic concept I like. Now, passing the ball out of under center is a little bit of a challenge, but you can't really get pressed, and you can't really, people really won't run dollar on it as much just because you can run the ball. So it does present different challenges as well. So initially, there you have Mike Williams. You're able to throw it over the top. Sorry, my controller's vibrating. Not sure if you guys heard that. But that's a look at kind of the vert thing you can do. It's going to set up a lot of really good one-on-ones. And you saw Mike Williams able to take advantage right there. So you love to see that. And even with, he didn't really get that much separation because he's not really a speed guy, he was able to do his thing. Now, Y is going to be another key receiver here because he's not really getting pressed. So he's going to be a guy you want to take advantage of. Now, we don't even have a hot route master in this situation, so things are going to be a little bit more challenging. You get a lot more creative than we are right now, so keep that in mind. But there you see B, the crosser. He's able to fry coverage, and I'm going to hit the slant on that next play. So really this gives you a lot of options. If you're facing pressure, you need a bailout, you can, of course, that's when you're able to maybe throw it over the top to Mike Williams. But there you see Y, tight throw, but again, that's a better corner on a worse wide receiver. So it does make sense that it would be tighter coverage. Now, as far as some of the other things you can do, I wouldn't hate throwing him on like a little zig, going with a little out route with Everett, or you can keep the streak. You can go regular out route, you can go with the deep out route, some stuff like this. So just getting creative against man coverage. And then again, you see Mike Williams, if he gets a step, he's able to do things like that, which in MUT, I'm sure the receivers, I haven't kept up to date with anything, but I'm sure the receivers can go up and make some plays like that in one-on-one coverage. So moving on, we got the halfback stretch, just your basic halfback stretch here. Now with the stretch, I like it because it is a symmetrical formation, so you're able to flip it, and just depending on the side of the nickel, it could be better or worse. In this case, since it's a cover one, the right side seems to be a little bit worse. So if you were running it right, you might want to cut it back inside like that. Even then, we kind of get swarmed a little bit. So running it to the left is probably going to be your better bet in this situation. So you're able to run it left. Now, just a great block there by Joshua Palmer, but you can see the kind of space and potential we have. Now, running the ball this year is a little bit challenging. I would be the first to say that, but again, you're not limited to this formation when you're running it. You can audible to other formations that have halfback dives, and you can audible to gun as well. So you can audible to bunch if you're struggling to pass the ball. You can audible to tight slots, halfback weak, which are in this playbook. So you're not alone in this playbook or in this formation. It's just a nice thing to mix in. You don't even have to run it as your main formation, but just learning these plays, adding to your repertoire, could be beneficial for you guys. Now, our next play is going to be PA boot slide. Now, with this particular play, we have a nice corner out, we have a crosser, and then we have this weird little play action. Now, a lot of these plays are play action. You can cancel that. Pretty much of all are. Or if you like the play action, you can keep it, kind of making a realistic look of an offense. Now, again, with Y, you can throw him on a little streak. You can maybe throw A on an out route. So you can do different things. Again, Y can't be pressed. So if you have a speed advantage, maybe you're able to throw it out there. Not in that case, but if it's one-on-one coverage, the safety's on the other side or something, there's an idea that you could do. Or you can incorporate some motion. Again, don't be afraid to utilize some motion. So you can motion Joshua Palmer over, create a little bunch look. And again, he's still really, I'm not sure if he gets pressed from here, but you can kind of turn him into a little weird flat. You can go out route. You can go backside slant, which I don't hate. Something like this. Now, he does get pressed when you motion him over. Keep that in mind. But Keenan Allen, he is going to fry on his corner out. Didn't need to high ball there. Keenan Allen, we know he's going to fry. And then you have the crosser, which did get open as well. So you have some potential there. Again, you can throw him on just a little backside zig. You can even drag him, streak, some stuff like this. As far as the play action, it's up to you if you want to keep it. There you see Mike Williams. He's going to be open. So, again, try to stay balanced as well. You don't want to get into a situation where you're passing a lot, because then he can start pass committing, and that is where things would get tricky under center. So definitely you want to keep that in mind. But you're hoping that your corner out can get some separation just like that, and there we're able to come down with it. So motion-wise, I don't like motioning on every play, but if you really wanted to, you can do some other motions. Like you can motion this tight end over. He actually goes out wide, so then you're creating like a bunch tight end kind of look, which I don't hate. So you could go with something like that. Maybe throw a little curl flat out there, something like this. And again, you can throw the running back on a route as well, so don't be afraid to do that. It's just man coverage. He's kind of useless. Right there, Keenan Allen got bagged. So, again, or you can go with things like angle routes, which are a really good idea as well. So, especially with this corner out play, if you throw Eckler on a little angle route, play like this would be really good. It's difficult to defend because there's things coming from both sides. You can't throw the tight end on a slant, so having this, it's another route that's not going to be pressed. That would get open. But let's move into our next play, which is going to be the PA post dig. Now, this play is going to be nice for that deep little post. You can throw your cover 3 beaters. Now, again, I can't throw X on a corner out. Otherwise, this would be a pretty good play against cover 3. But we do have him on a little slant type action. You could go back to this, which would probably be my best bet. Now, again, it's kind of a shame that Joshua Palmer, you can't really block him. So if you want, you can maybe throw him on the streak, block Everett. But you can motion block him, which is fine as well. Keenan Allen, you can get a little bit of separation if you have a speed guy. Probably smart on him if he is leaving a safety deep as well. So we'll show that again. Smart out B, streak A. You can throw X on a little slant, and then you can throw RB on an angle route. You can, again, just motion block Joshua Palmer. He's going to really work to double team on that side. And there you see Keenan Allen with a little bit of separation there. Of course, you'd want to freeform, probably highball that to the left side. And even with the safety, it's a little bit still of a tight throw. So, another thing that you can do is if you want to motion him over, you can, of course, turn him into a corner route. Now, he is going to set up shop outside, as all these motions are. So make sure that you do smart out him. And you definitely want to clear out there, probably if it's zone coverage, but Y still should not be able to get pressed. So maybe he is pressed when you motion over. It just changes some things, so we'll see. But him on a little slant, RB on an angle route, this could work. And wide didn't get pressed in that case. Keenan Allen kind of got bagged, so deep out could help. Or speed, of course, would help, but that play would work with zone as well. But overall, it's going to do a video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you drop a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel down below, and peace. I'm out of here.